Did you know the average woman may have 450 menstrual cycles in a lifetime? Well, um, what happens during a menstrual cycle is a woman's uterus creates a mucus lining and it has to shed every month. And if that mucus lining doesn't shed all the way, it can cause buildup and just harsh menstrual cycles and just a lot of discomforts within the womb. So, um, if you have 450 menstrual cycles in a lifetime, like about that around 200 to 300, I'm sure your uterus could probably use a vaginal steam, because what vaginal steams does is it's herbs inside of a pot, and you boil the water, you put herbs in, and the medicinal benefits of the herbs break down into the steam, and it goes into your vagina, where your vagina is the most absorbent tissue of your body, so it's absorbing these herbs. And so it's a detox, and it's a good cleanse for the uterine area and all the whole lower, your whole abdomen area. It's a good cleanse, detox. The vaginal steams reach your kidneys and livers. It's good for you, for UTIs. It's all the blood circulating in that lower, in the lower cavities of a woman's body. So vaginal steaming is effective, and because menstrual cycles are a major part of a woman's life, it takes up to sometimes 3 to 7 days of her life. And my goal is to let all women know that you can have a smooth menstrual cycle. But the first thing is, it starts by to say, I'm going to put me first. My body, my body, it does a wonderful thing by having a menstrual cycle, and I'm going to put my menstrual cycles first. And that's how you can change the direction of having harsh menstrual cycles, and in living in discomfort through your menstrual cycles with vaginal steaming. Oh, fight or flight. Okay. Fight or flight mode is when your body says, you know what? Um, I'm in a state of an emergency, and I'm going to send the blood to what needs to be blood to be sent to. Okay. And I'm going to shut these organs off. And the first organs that get shut off in your body, it's going to be your digestive system and your reproductive system. So if you're in this fight or flight mode, stress, anxiety, fear, especially like what's going on in this pandemic, some people have lost their jobs, And so when your body's in that fight or flight mode, what happens is all of your cycles could be off. You'll notice when you're in that fight or flight mode, your menstrual cycles are off. You'll notice heavier bleeding. You'll notice cramps, because there's a lack of circulation going to your uterus, okay? So a lack of circulation causes a great deal of the issues that go on with women when it comes to having fibroids, when it comes to infertility, because your body is in a fight or flight mode. You're stressed, and what's happening is your menstrual cycles are off because there's not enough blood supply going to your menstrual cycles, because your body is in a mode of working, trying to make sure that your heart is getting enough blood, and trying to make sure that your brain is getting enough blood. So yes, sometimes it'll take away the blood supply from the digestive system and the reproductive system. Women should always be aware of that. And that's why vaginal steaming is effective, because even if you are in that state of fight or flight, your body is, once you do a vaginal steam, you're sending medicinal benefits. You're sending like rosemary into your bloodstream. You're sending raspberry leaf. You're going to send, and you're going to send dandelion, all of these great herbs that are good for circulation and good for a good blood flow. You're sending that into that organ that might not be getting it because you're in that fight or flight mode. So I tell women all the time, if you're stressed out, vaginal steaming is going to really help regulate your menstrual cycles, because you're sending nutrients to your womb that's going to wake your womb up and make it work, that's going to bring blood and create a good blood supply. And what's in blood? What's in blood is nutrients, um, oxygen, all kinds of great things that are nourishing, that will nourish your womb. So women who are trying to conceive, vaginal steaming is always going to be the way to go. If you've just had a baby, you're going to want a vaginal steamer. Replenish the uterus and create a good blood supply. Keeping in mind all the hundreds of menstrual cycles that you're going to have, and you have to make a decision. I have am I going to suffer every single menstrual cycle, or am I going to be proactive and do something that is going to change my life and change my menstrual cycle, that's going to change the genetic DNA makeup? So if you haven't had children and you're having harsh menstrual cycles, understand that that's genetic makeup that you're allowing to happen into your body. And you can break those chains of harsh cycles and heavy bleeding and discomfort during your menstrual cycles by vaginal steaming, sending a blood supply, sending extra blood, nutrients, oxygen to the uterus to make it flow and make your menstrual cycles easier, and you don't have to live life in discomfort. Because like I said, your menstrual cycles take up about 7 days out the month. And I'm here to say you don't have to live those 7 days in misery. So thank you all for following me. I hope this was a great message and great information for whoever could use it, and have a wonderful week.